Hello guys, how's it going? My name is Dal, and this week has been an insane week for Dragonflight, with the patch 10.2.7 finally making its way over on the PTR. Hopefully this means that the War Within Alpha potentially will be coming out next week, which is also just as good of news. But 10.2.7 is bringing with it a lot of new features that nobody has expected, with a brand new experimental mode which a lot of players are excited for, which will allow them to relive a ton of Mr. Pandaria specific content. But besides this, 10.2.7 is continuing to pile in additional changes, from fantastic looking heritage armor sets, iconic for the Draenei and the Trolls, better hunter pet management, additional quest changes, interface updates for Mythic Plus, and so much more. So in today's video, I wanted to go over the entire overview of all of the major and minor features so far available for testing over on the patch 10.2.7 PTR. But right before we get into this patch update overview, most of you guys watching these kind of update videos are still not subscribed. However, the more of you remind, the more of you do, so let's keep it going. Subscribe to the channel and ring the bell if you're watching these videos anyway. Especially if you want to get more regular content regarding Dragonflight patch 10.2.6, 10.2.7, Season 4, or any of the future War Within updates. One of the first major features announced for the patch 10.2.7 is a new WoW remix mode for Mists of Pandaria, a new experimental mode very similar to Plunderstorm, though unlike a battle royale, it is more of a classic World of Warcraft experience, but also at the same time a little bit more than that. It's a brand new leveling mode that allows you to re-explore the entire expansion of Mists of Pandaria, from all of its quest lines and storylines, even those added for patches like 5.1, 5.2, and 5.3, as well as every single one of its zones from the originals such as Kunlai Summit, the Taolong Steppes, the Dread Waste, and the Jade Forest, but also other zones which were added at a later time, like the Isle of Thunder, the Isle of Giants, and the Timeless Isle. This also includes all of Mr. Pandaria's dungeons, its numerous scenarios, as well as its raiding content. While leveling through this new piece of experimental content, players will be able to supercharge their classes with a variety of different gems and armor pieces, which provide you with additional spells and effects. You'll also be able to collect a variety of various rewards from a ton of different transmog pieces, but also unreleased variations of Pandaria's mounts, as well as something extra. Items which were previously made unobtainable way back in the day are apparently making a comeback for this new game mode. Similar to Plunderstorm, this new mode of WoW Remix for Mists of Pandaria is going to be available for all players with an active subscription. This includes classic players, but also retail players. Another interesting tidbit on this new mode is any characters leveled through this mode will be able to continue their leveling journey into the War Within expansion. So if you were still on the fence about playing the next expansion after Dragonflight, I feel like leveling through this game mode to at least have a character ready ahead of time may not be the worst option. Another feature coming in 10.2.7, which we got a bit of a preview on the PTR, are the heritage armor sets, one for the Troll as well as one for the Draenei. The Draenei armor set mimics some of the original race concept art, and has Draenei looking a little bit more nomadic rather than the proud people that came from the planet of Argus, which is a bit of a stark contrast in terms of the Draenei that you would see in expansions such as Warlords of Draenor. And look a little bit closer to the broken Draenei, which can be found in some of the TBC zones, but also on the original planet of Argus. For Trolls, we got a very interesting look with a brand new face mask, which actually kind of harkens on some of the roots where the Trolls came from. Back then, the leader of the Darkspear Trolls, Sen'jin, wore a very similar face covering that draped all the way down between his tusks. This could also be seen with models such as one for Zul'jin, making this specific face covering a little bit more iconic for the Trolls specifically, which I do prefer. It comes in two variations, one that has more of a horde red look, but also one that has a little bit of red, blue, and golden, which is closer to the Darkspear color set. Next up, hunters will be happy to hear that pet management is getting a pretty big upgrade for the patch 10.2.7, with a different window for the pet preview at your stables, becoming a little bit larger and a little bit easier to handle. You'll be able to get a lot more info displayed for every one of your pets. You'll be able to see all of your pets' specific abilities and can even favorite them so you can find them much easier. The stables will also have a new search bar where you can search each pet by name, spec, abilities, and other different features. Pets can also be renamed from the stable directly, and for Beastmaster Hunters specifically, you can have an easier time assigning your animal companion, your secondary pet that comes from the talent, which cannot be activated and swapped out anytime you want to. 10.2.7 also brings with it plenty of new as well as old quests for Dragonflight. First things first, all of Dragonflight quests that come from the renown tracks for any of the factions can now be experienced by any max level player regardless of renown, which is great for anybody coming back to prepare for the war within, but still wants to get a handful for the storyline and experience the Dragonflight lore. Another questline is available for Night Elves, specifically with the new quest chain Sins of the Sister. To get this questline, you'll need to travel to Belameth, the new tree for the Night Elves, and talk to Malfurion to begin the quest chain. I completed the questline just to see what it's like, and I won't give out any spoilers, but I do wonder if Night Elf Shamans could be a possibility sooner than expected. For any of you that are fans of Mythic Plus content, which has been roaring as of the Season 3 of Dragonflight, we're seeing additional interface changes for M Plus specifically. Players can now filter out dungeons much easier by role, class, whether the groups have tanks or healers, as well as the M Plus rating of the leader, as well as the difficulty of the dungeon. Basically, whenever you're joining up with groups, you're going to be able to see a lot more information than you have been before, and you'll even be able to see what classes those groups are sporting. So for example, if they already have a rogue and they're not looking to double up on another rogue, that means that could be a group that you could potentially skip going forward. Also, getting declined will now put those groups towards the bottom of the list and even mark them in red so that you know which groups you've already tried signing up for. Leaders of all the groups that are being made will also be able to see more info about the people signing up for them, with additional information regarding the Mythic Plus score, as well as how well they perform in the specific dungeons. Mounts are also getting additional UI upgrades in the 10.2.7. Now you'll be able to specify which mounts are ground, aquatic, flying, and even the dragon riding mount specifically in the mount menu. Although I'm pretty sure the dragon riding tag is eventually going to be changed to dynamic flying, but it is nice to be able to see all of the different mounts and their capabilities much easier within the mount window. Another big feature of the patch 10.2.7 are the Crest traders, as well as the gear upgrade NPCs, which have been recently moved into the center of Valdrakken, right next to the auction house. The upgrade NPC, as per the name, is going to help you upgrade your gear just like normal, but the Crest Trader has gotten a couple of new items that you'll want to pay attention to for Season 4. It looks like right now the Crest Trader will allow you to trade in your Season 3 Crest into Season 4 Crest, which is actually kind of massive. Currently, you are able to trade down your crests. This means that Season 3 Aspect crests, some of the best crests in the game, will become Season 4 Worm crests, 1-to-1 conversion. Season 3 Worm crests will become Season 4 Drakes, and Season 3 Drakes will become Season 4 Whelpling crests. So that means players right now can stack up a bunch of crests for Season 3 and then collect a ton of Worm crests to upgrade their gear coming into Season 4. Now, this feature could change by the time PTR is officially over, but this does mean that if it doesn't see any additional changes, this could be huge for any players looking to cap out with their gear for M+, or if you're looking to play within Season 4. So getting as many aspect crests as possible right now could set you up for a much easier time upgrading your character heading into the following season. Besides this, we got a couple additional smaller UI changes, like with the auction house, where you can now view expansion specific items if you wish to. So instead of seeing all the different consumables and crafting components from older expansions, you can now limit it just to Dragonflight items. When it comes to dragon riding races within the Dragon Isles, you can now have a toggle on your map in order to better filter them out for better visual clarity, either showing them up on your map or removing them entirely. Culturants are getting 6 new pieces of customization, specifically 6 new hair color options, which are available for both the male and the female models. And when it comes to scenarios, you will now be able to use Group Finder in order to list your scenario in LFG if you're looking for more people to join you in a scenario. As of right now on PTR, this feature doesn't quite seem to work, or at least we haven't been able to figure out how to make it work properly. We're not exactly sure if they mean scenarios as in like Mr. Pandaria scenarios, or maybe like certain scenarios for specific quest lines, or scenarios such as open world content like the hunts, or maybe even the Siege of Dragonbane Keep. But so far, trying out all of these different scenarios or different modes that would be considered scenarios, I haven't seen the LFG window pop up just yet, so that could potentially be a work in progress feature on the PTR as of right now. But for now, that's going to be everything we got so far for the patch 10.2.7 over on the PTR. This update is still a work in progress, so they could potentially add additional changes. Also, this Friday, as well as throughout the weekend, they'll be doing some actual testing for this new Pandaria leveling experimental mode, which I'm hoping we'll be able to stream a little bit Friday, Saturday, and maybe even Sunday over on this channel, so be sure to subscribe and come by to the streams whenever they are scheduled. But otherwise, I want to thank all of you so much for watching this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know all your thoughts in the comments below. Which of these features got you the most excited for the patch 10.2.7 over on the PTR? As per usual, if you guys enjoyed this video or found it informative, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. I would very much appreciate it. And as always, in the description of every single video and live stream, we have a link to our Discord community channel. Probably the best place to reach out to me directly in case you want to let me know what you thought about this video or hang out with the rest of the community to discuss some of the upcoming changes. Join our Discord to become part of the community. But otherwise, thank you all so much for watching this video. I do hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know all of your thoughts down below. And as always, I'll see all of you guys in another video.